Hello guys, my name is Sanex, and boy oh boy, we have an update to cover. So, we just had a 10 gigabyte update to the test servers, and I think this is the biggest update that has come to Pubg since the 1.0 release. And it truly changes the gameplay. There will be new attachments, I think like 10 or so, new gun, new vehicle, and balancing. A lot of balancing. I can't point it enough. There is so much balancing in this patch, you can't even believe. So, let's get started with it. And yeah, first of all the changes on my other video were implemented. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's my latest video before this one. And yeah, so map selection. And then let's start scrolling through the list. So, this is a chart for all the weapon damage balances. And all the pistols got a ton more damage. ARs got decreased damage, or the 5.56 ARs. I don't know why they decreased the AUG's damage. It should get more damage, to be honest, because it's a crate drop item. And then shotguns decreased damage. DMRs more damage, but the SKS got less damage. And there's a new DMR as well, but we're gonna talk about that later on. Also, SMGs more damage and LMGs more damage. So I think that's a good update. They wanted to focus more on the other weapons, not just the ARs, because ARs have been the meta since when the game came out, and now they really want to push players more to the SMGs and DMRs and other stuff like that. So basically a little bit more information. The shotguns, they got a nerf on damage, but they got more limb damage, a lot more limb damage. So basically they do more damage now, even though it says they do less, but you usually hit limbs with your pellets, and they now do more damage to the limbs. And the pellet spread has been reduced by 25, so it's more about aim, and I think it's more realistic that way. Also, the SMGs do more damage to limbs, and they have decreased vertical recoil, which is, I think, good change. Then a lot of changes to the AR, so increased reload time for the 5.56 assault rifles and increased reload time for the AKM as well. Then they increased the vertical and horizontal recoil for all the ARs except the AKM. I don't know why they did it for the Groza, it had so much recoil already, but yeah. And decreased recoil recovery rate, so basically when you shoot or spray and wait and spray again, that wait time is gonna be decreased. So basically you get the same point of aim after you stop shooting. Oh, it's hard to explain, but yeah, basically it does that. And a big one, they removed the 8 times and 15 times from all of the ARs, and that's a big change, because what I saw in the forums, people were angry about this change, but I don't think they really understood or read all of the patch notes, because there were 2 new scopes, which I'm gonna talk about later on in the video. So also new recoil animations for the ARs and as well as the DMRs and a lot of other stuff. They increased the shot modifier or something like that. You can read all the changes here. And also crossbow reload time and other stuff like that. 8 times removed from LMGs as well. I don't know if that's so important, but also this is a, I think, good change. So now the cheek pad has more use. When you're moving and stop, the aim recovery time is less now than before. So basically the cheek pad has something to its side now compared to the bullet loops. Also, frag grenades got an overhaul. So basically before, the most of the frag grenade damage was from the knockback effect or the fall damage. So when the grenade blew, you flew away, and when you hit the ground you took damage from it. But they now, I think they deleted the whole knockback effect, so you don't fly anywhere if you are hit with a nade. But the explosion now does more damage to you, so the damage works like in real nade now. Also some weight changes, that you can carry more grenades from 12 to 18. I don't know who carries 20 grenades on him on a game like this, but yeah. Also, they decreased the movement speed when you were holding sniper rifles and LMGs, and as well as shotguns. They already did that before, but I think they decreased it even more. So basically, if you're running somewhere, you shouldn't be holding sniper rifles or LMGs or shotguns, because you'll be running slower. Also, they did some other changes. I don't know what those really mean, but yeah, lessen the aim punch. Now it depends on your amount of damage you receive. I think that's a good change. So basically, if you're hit with a sniper and you are shooting the sniper, your aim goes up a lot more than if you are getting shot with the same gun as you're shooting him with. Also, as I mentioned on the other video, the level 3 helmet is now removed from world spawns and it's now crate only. And that's a controversial change as well, but I think it's healthy for the game, cause the level 3 is really OP against Car 98, cause it just removes the whole one hit potential of the weapon. So yeah, you have to take the risk to get the reward, and that's good in my opinion. Also, they removed the sniper rifle quick draw magazines and extended quick draw magazines, but not the extended magazines from world spawns, and moved them to care packages. I don't know why they didn't remove the extended mags, because I think those are the ones people are looking for like SKSs and stuff. But okay, yeah, they are now car package only. And also DMRs now use AR attachments, so you can, I don't know what this means. Is it like you can use your assault rifle mag for SKS or something like that? Also, the adrenaline syringe now spawns to the game world, so yeah, I don't know. No one really used the adrenaline syringe and it took a lot of space from your inventory. And then we get to the juicy stuff. So we got the new weapon, the Fall, as I called it in my other video, but it's actually called SLR, which I think is the newest model of the Fall family. And it's a DMR which shoots 7.62 and it has 10 bullet magazine and 20 bullets if it extended. And it's basically the SKS, but as we can see on the chart, it does more damage, a lot more damage, but it has a lot of recoil. So it's basically, compared to the MK14, quite similar weapon, but not crate only. And then we got a new vehicle, a muscle car, and this is for the Miramar map only, and I don't know if it will come to the new map, because the new map has both of the Eventual and Miramar vehicles. But whatever, this vehicle is meant for roads and not for off-roads. And then 6 new attachments. So we have the duckbill, which is an attachment for the S1897. So the pump action as well as the S12K Saiga. And it reduces vertical pellet spread but increases horizontal pellet spread. So basically, if you're hitting targets that are next to each other, you're gonna hit them well with this attachment. So I don't really think this is something I will take. I'll just take the choke or nothing, because I don't think that's a good attachments for me. And then we have the light grip, which reduces the recoil cover time but increases vertical and horizontal recoil, and it's for the ARs, but I don't really know if that's a good change. I really would rather have less vertical and horizontal recoil. This is for the one tappers, I think. Then we have the thumb grip, which reduces vertical recoil but increases horizontal recoil. And that's the one I think I recommend to you, because, well, you get less vertical recoil for the ARs now, which have more recoil in common. Then we have the half grip, which reduces vertical and horizontal recoil and also reduces the recoil recovery time. So I think this is the best one from all of those new ones. But we still have the old ones, and I think the old ones are the superior ones to all of these, but these are more common, I think. So yeah, just pick the old ones if you have the chance to, and the light grip is the worst one. Then we have the thumb grip and half grip. So half grip over these new ones and whatever you want from the old ones. And then we have 2 new scopes. It's a 3x scope as well as the 6x scope. So this is basically, the 6x scope is meant for, I think, the ARs, because they now don't have the possibility to attach an 8x for them. So it's 6x for you, and you can vary it from 3x to 6x, which is really good in my opinion. And also they added the chance to change your reticle style and color. I don't really know if that was anything we asked for, but it doesn't matter because it's a cool change. Also some swimming adjustments, and for boats they just sink now when they are destroyed, but for all those divers out there, they decrease the maximum submersible time from 35 to 15 seconds. So that's a big change. You can't now dive that much, and the damage when you run out of breath is 10 per second. So that's a lot, because before it was 4. Yeah, they just explain about the map selection and main menu, and those are just the things we talked about in my other video. You can check it out on my channel. It's the latest one before this one, and yeah, nothing to say there. Also, they added the setting to adjust vertical mouse sensitivity, which is a good change, and a keybind to report your killer. I don't know why, but yeah, they did that. Also some changes to Miramar, you can see them there if you want. They just added cover and remove buildings and cover from biggest cities and stuff, but yeah. And also a lot of bug fixes, and those are good. Bug fixes are always good. So, those were the changes. What do you guys think? Make sure to comment down below. I would really like to hear your opinion. I think this is a good direction for the Pubg Corp, and I think this will not be so positive to everyone, but I think everyone will adapt to it eventually. And if you want to get shout-outed, make sure to comment down below I subscribed, and you'll be shout-outed in the next video. My name was Sanex, and see you in another video.